Hi everyone, this is Sherry Negra, and I am just gonna do a short video for you on how to send out your batch emails to parents. I have heard some feedback from some sites that some people find my instructions in written format a little bit confusing, so I want to make sure that I'm being super clear. So I'm just going to go through that with you all. So right now you can see that I have my training environment up, and I am going to go actually first of all download my class list. So I'm going to go to gradebook, and you can see my classes are listed here. If you don't have your classes listed, please click on the little martini glass or funnel kind of situation and click on this year's classes, and they should all show up. And if I go to reports, my favorite report to run with a column and row format is BC class list with grid. There are some other options built in. That's your choice. I'm going to choose BC class list with grid. When you do that, you'll see that a dialog box pops up. And for format, you can click on that, and there are a bunch of different options. In my written instructions, I had suggested using comma separated values. And if you're planning on recording things electronically in Excel or something like that, I found that CSV was actually a better option than using the XLS file. HTML would be something that you would have to print off, and it would just be a physical copy. For my example today, I'm going to use PDF. I actually prefer to use PDF and record this type of information by hand. So that's just my preference, and I can hand that into the office and they can see all my notes and all of that. So I'm going to choose PDF. You use what works best for you. That's your choice. And I'm going to click on Run. And I'm going to click on this report, and you'll see that my report comes up for my sections. It'll have all of my students, and it has their pupil number, their name. Obviously, this is scrambled data, and it has their grade and their age. And you'll see it has blanks for the columns. So what I would go ahead and do here is write the date. I would write the mode of communication. So if that's phone, if that's email, if that's in person, I would write that in a column there, and then I would leave a space for notes in terms of what happened, and also I would suggest you have a column for follow-up. So if you needed to connect with your admin team about the student, or if you needed to connect with your counseling team about that student. So make sure that you are using the columns and adding the headings here. Like I said, I'm doing this in print, so I would actually just go file and then print this out for myself. It's going to take a couple seconds there, and I'd click on print, and I will show you later what that might look like for you and how you might record that, but that's the report I would use, my personal preference. So I'm going to go back to my ed, and I am going to actually try to email my families now. So that was step one, tracking how I am connecting with families. And then step two is actually emailing my families. I'm moving to Pages, which is the main screen that you usually see when you log in. There's a lot of good stuff on this page, and please excuse that I have June 27th on here. My classes were not loading, so I had to go back to last school year. You won't have to deal with this. All you'll need to do is to click on email, the little button for email, and a pop-up will come up. And first of all, I want you to notice is that it has students listed here, and I want to deselect all my students and select contacts. You'll see that contacts include primary email addresses. So anyone who is identified as a primary email contact would be the one in primary email address. The small bit of work that you will have to do here is to identify which families you want to reach out to. There may be some that their child is not receiving proficient, so I'm going to X out those families. And when you're happy with your list, then you can go ahead and start composing your email. You'll see that I have a total of 38 recipients, even though maybe my class only has 30 students, and that's probably because If they have two parents, then both parents might be listed as primary contacts, or if they have a grandparent or aunt or uncle or whoever is their guardian, homestay or whatever it might be, they would also, whoever is being indicated as primary email address would show up here in the two. Don't include alternate email address at this point. I am going to call this student progress in socials 8 because that's the class that I'm teaching. I'll call it social studies. And then in the body of your email, you can go ahead and type whatever you wish. For your convenience, I have created some batch emails, and I'm going to show you where to find those. So I'm going to go to deltalearns.ca and scroll down to the bottom here. It says secondary assessment and reporting resources. I'm going to click on that. This is my website. On this website, just at the top here, it says batch email example wording. I'm going to click on that document. It will open a Google Doc, and I'm going to choose the second option down here for any students that are receiving proficient. That is the batch email that I'm working on right now. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste that, and I'm going to go back to my email dialog box, and I'm going to paste it in there. There's a few things that I'll want to change, one of which is the salutation, and make sure I don't have the little arrow, I don't even know what to call those symbols, on there, and I might want to get rid of some of the white space I have here. And as well, in that batch email examples, you'll see that anything in yellow here would be things that you would need to replace as the teacher. So when I'm working in my email, I can make some changes here and add specific things about my classroom. I'm going to hit delete because I don't want to add anything else. I'm going to type in the course here, Social Studies 8. Social Studies 8. And also for my site, it depends on your site, but this is when our ILT is. It's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday mornings. And then I'm also going to delete the part where it says, it requires sign up ahead of time. In the brackets, if this is true for your site, please fill in the appropriate info. I'm going to delete that stuff in brackets because at my site, they are required to sign up for ILT. So that's what makes sense for my site. And then I'm going to delete some more of that white space. And then I'm going to add my closing salutation with my name, with my school, and my contact email address. So just so you're aware, this email that you're sending will come from sis at, I think it's myed or whatever it is. It doesn't come directly from you as the teacher, and also parents won't be able to reply to that email, and no one else on this contact list will be able to see each other's names, so it is a BCC situation. So I just wanted to make that part clear, and I'm going to type in the phone number, and then I think I'm good with my email. So I am actually going to hit send on my email. And it's going to ask me, do you want to send it to all 38 recipients? And I'm going to say yes. So now my email has been sent to all 38 recipients. Of course, this is the training environment, so it doesn't actually go anywhere, but that's how you would go ahead and do an email. So I hope that makes things more clear for people. And if you do have any other questions, please feel free to email me at cnagra@deltalearns.ca. Thanks so much.